haven't been here last night? Oh, okay. We repeat a little bit what we talk about, the basic. You know what you should do? You should try to do a zigzag a little bit. So everybody have a room. We need a space. Okay. Yeah. Zigzag. One front, one back, so you have more room. When you stand up, you right on the camera. When you stand up, so you should move. Yes. Or yeah, move on the side. Yeah. Yes. Okay. If there's nobody sit here, we take the chair out. Yeah. Thank you. So make sure you have room, everybody. That's good. The Tao practice is a practice, not a religious, not a belief system, but it's a fact of the universe. That's why we call the Tao. Tao means the way of the universe, the way of the nature, and the way of how our body runs. So it's a study like science from the very many thousand years ago. Okay, some of them say go back to 100,000 years to 400,000 years, kind of human development, and nothing involved with the belief system. But the Tao discovered that you believe in God or you don't believe in God, you still have a soul and a spirit. And you have to learn how to handle this soul and spirit and how to develop it. So that is, the Tao said, this is your responsible, not for anybody responsible. You are responsible for your own soul development and your own spirit development. But one very simple rule, many people ignore that. Okay? If you want a good soul and a spirit, you need to develop this. You need to make this body, or we call the temple of God. That's what Jesus said. That's what Jesus said. Our body is the temple of God. But the Tao make it more detailed. Our soul and our organs is a connection. If I take it out, see what happens. So our soul, our organs is a 5 major container of the soul and spirit. And because if you I don't understand this until when the West discovered that this true light, so we call true force, that is also known in the Indian, they call the Kundalini. Okay, so we call the true force. Okay? But I think that the Tao have so incredible way of how to handle this Kundalini right. It's just like making a nuclear bomb. You need to do it right. Because all these true force like the bomb of energy. So when the dark matter, dark energy, or I don't know how you compare, true light, a true force and true light come and bang together, and that is trillion and trillion nuclear bombs. Okay? And it break into pieces. That's how our universe. So the light is only 10% of the whole universe. So that's why when you look at the sky is dark. We have light because the sun close to us. If we far away from the sun, we're all darkness. Okay? So the true light, the true sound, and the primordial force is the one that creating the universe, including us. Okay, so we call the supreme creator or the great Tao. Okay, so in this way, so we're talking about the true light, true sound, primordial force, and this one, the most important part, I understand this only a few years ago, when the scientists finally discovered that hey, this true light, true sound, true force or primordial force is still illuminate throughout the whole universe. That means that is very important for you to understand. It's going to enlighten you and make you much more have wisdom, and you understand things much more. This energy, the true light, true sound, true force, is still illuminate throughout the whole universe. So where is the whole universe? Everywhere around you, anywhere around you. You can dig a hole under the ground, it's still there. So you cannot run away with this true force, true light, true sound. No way to do it. And why we cannot integrate it? Because we don't tune in the right frequency. Or we don't turn on our Wi-Fi and the 4G. You haven't turned it on. When you don't turn it on, you say, oh, why I not connect? Why I cannot connect? Because you turn off your Wi-Fi. Or why I connect? Because you turn off your 4G, your connection. That's how we are, it's not anybody. It's you. We are turning off. And the simple thing that now we know, when we have stress, emotional, angry, jealousy, frustration, hatred, you turn off your Wi-Fi and 4G. You turn it off. And now you don't connect with anything. And you're in the dark. And you just go on whatever you do, and you have no goal and no direction. You lost your direction. You don't know where are you. The Google or the we call the direction, they cannot find you. They don't know where you are. You know? So that's why you have to turn on your direction, find where you are. Okay, that is a whole practice in the Tao. So this we call true dark matter and dark energy, or we call the true light, the true violet light. And this true violet light, so this is how the beginning of the Tao. Right in the beginning, you have to understand. And the Tao believe the true light is the light that's going to come to us, no matter who you are, no discrimination. You smart or not smart or whatever, the light will come to you. We're going to show you, hey, you have to develop me, because when you're going to leave this world, I'm the guy going to guide you back to where you come from. We call the universe, or we call God. I want to oneness with God. I want to oneness with the universe. And that is the practice. That's it. So we say the universe, God, who is God? Okay? If somebody say, I am. But the Tao said, everywhere is God. Everywhere is the force. Everywhere is the light. And everywhere is the sound. So can we recognize where is the true sound, where is the true light, and where is the true force? Can we recognize that or not? Okay, we have million and million waves in here. If you get a mobile, you want to see this, you tune in the right frequency, you see picture, you hear news, everything. Okay? So in the Tao searching, they said, the universe always empty, but always what? Always filled up with something. You see that empty, but it's so much thing in the space. All the new technology is, oh, I discover a new wave, I can do this and do this and do this. And the next day again, I discover a new wave, I can do this and do this and do this. All kind of scientists, they discover that. So all this kind of wave is here. We cannot create it, but it's all filled up the universe. So how to recognize this true light, true force, and true sound is the major important part of what we're going to do this today. And if that's not finished, if you want to learn higher in the Tao, then 9 levels, every level you go deeper how to use all this true light, true force, and true sound. Okay? And in the Bible, in all kinds of religions, all talk about that. Okay? But it seems like this is very mysterious. I have to be very, very special person. I have to be working with God and very holy in order to get this. You know, Tao said, no, no. You can be anybody. Yeah, you can put a chair over there. So the next thing in this picture, actually this picture is before they do the testing in the Geneva bottom, they already gathered 1 million pictures. And they come out very similar. So they said, hey, you see darkness, but when you get a very high density camera in the space, they always show this picture. So they said, what is that? I don't know. We don't know. And they're gathering all the lab in the whole world, and they come out with the same picture. Until the last testing in the Geneva, that the European pay so much money for that. Okay? That is about 48 billion euro. This is a lot of money. And finally, they get the one particle that's floating in the space that captures it. Now every day, every scientist in this world capture particle. And when they do testing, oh my God, all different. All these tiny little particles have memory, remember the universe. That's how they discover. So they spin this particle 27 miles long, very fast, and bang together, boom. First time it burn out, it's too hot. They're afraid they're going to build up a mini black hole and suck the earth in, tiny little particle. And they stop it, it burn out, and they spend another 24 billion, and they restart the whole testing again. And finally they get it, and when they spin very fast, bang, this picture come out. So that's it, we can shut down 48 billion euro testing is finished because we find out this picture. This is the whole universe, and they're interconnecting together. So the sum up is this is the whole universe. Whole universe is how big? All the stars put together is only 10%. That's it, you know. And 90% is the whole universe. And they're interconnecting together, wide web. So the end of the conclusion, they say, hey, this interconnection like web, website have intelligence. But we don't know that they have life or artificial intelligence, we don't know. And so they haven't proved that they are life. They are living intelligence up there or artificial intelligence. Because nowadays AI is the biggest thing we are doing, okay? Artificial intelligence, okay? But it's run by this human life. We run AI, okay? So that is the thing. So number one, in the Taoism talk about many 100,000 years ago, violet light. When they meditate, they always appear the violet light. So now, and they started, when they get the violet light, the number one thing, they get the wisdom. They get the intelligence. Because they carry intelligence, and they are wisdom. And they have healing power, and they can, because they have intelligence, they can be programmed. So now we are making the mobile telephone or the AI thing more intelligent because why? They can learn. They have intelligence, they can program themselves and they can learn. So in the future, they're going to be smarter than us because they don't forgetting. We forgetting and they don't forgetting. Okay, and they can learn also. So now that is what we are doing. Now the Tao, since the beginning, my master told me that, hey, this violet light actually is a newborn soul and the spirit. It born all the time, it condenses and they have more intelligence and they are energy. So if they are born and they are energy, they can disperse. They can gone. When gone is gone, they form again. Unless they get a chance, that is very important. Unless they get a chance to get a container and to get something and producing energy for them, and they can develop and they can grow up. Now they have chance to grow up and become part of the universe. That's what the Tao believe that way. So they say every day newborn soul and spirit form, but they are just in newborn form. And the Tao say, hey, they need to have, they have to buy a lottery, okay? You know the lotto, okay? So they have to buy a lotto. If they get a lotto prize, they get a chance to get a physical body. So that is every spirit come in, choose your body, there is a chance that you get a prize to get it. And the one that don't get it, they are just energy condensed and they are very newly formed and they disperse. Now when they come in, boom. So we'll talk about the sun because how human develop is in the Monday. That is the sexual energy. Because the whole key about the sexual energy, how we receive energy from the beginning and determine our life. Okay? So when this soul spirit come into us, in the moment of conception, boom. The true light is the one that gives us soul and spirit. True force is the one that gives us original force. We call yuan-qi, original force, run our life. And true sound make our heart, our breathing, our heart, our pulses, stomach, digestion, absorption, elimination, all make sound. When these sounds are not there, we die. So the true light not there, we die. So all this breathing, heartbeat, and the pulses that we have is part of the true light, true sound, and true force. When we don't have that, and we don't increasing and protect them, eventually we get lesser, and lesser, and we finish. We get sick and more sick and more sick, and we finish. So that's the whole Tao theory. So now when you have this organ, so the physical is the big temple, and the organ is where the spirit stays. So organ is a perfect container. So the soul spirit stay there, they don't disperse. So they at least protected, and we have a very complicated digestion, absorption, elimination, in order to take our raw food and convert them into energy. And we refine the energy and we can feed the soul and the spirit. So that is the whole key. Okay? That's what we are here for this world for. To develop and grow our soul and the spirit. And the soul and the spirit is the most vital thing that we have. That is a whole, so the whole 9 level is develop this. Nothing else to do. Nothing else to say, you do this, you go to hell, you do this, you go to heaven. Nothing involved with that. If you definitely a good energy, love, joy, happy, appreciation, gratefulness, thankfulness, help people, that is all good energy. You help you to, when you're doing good, it refine your energy. And this energy, when it refine, it can feed to your soul and spirit. That's how it works that way. So if you understand this, this is what I'm going to do. Now you have one goal to go. Otherwise, what I'm doing, I want to be a millionaire, okay? And very soon now they say, I want to be a trillionaire. Okay, we have millionaire, and now we have millionaire, we have billionaire, and now they want to be a trillionaire. Okay, it's a lot of money, and it takes a lot of money from everybody. Okay, so somebody taking too much, and everybody have more lesser. So now, so this violet light actually is the communication light, and we are born to be have antenna connecting to the universe. So you're born with it. You don't have to do much anything. You're born with it, or you make sure you open it. That's it. You turn it on, the Wi-Fi and the 4G, and you are connected. So the Tao says everybody born with 10, at least 9 antenna extended into the universe. So you have antenna. Okay. So this is the back. This is the back of the cow. This is the middle of the crown. This is the front. So you have antenna extended to the ground, and you have a ground. The whole thing is the ground winding. The ground. Okay. The tail is the ground winding. If you don't get the tail, so what we say, a plug, you have 3 things. Okay. Yes or no? What you have in the middle here is what? The ground winding, yes or no? And you have negative winding and what? Positive winding. If you complete it, now you're safe, okay? And you build a tall building, if you don't have a ground winding, you know what happens? The lightning will strike you, you know? And if you read the story that we, in the beginning, we have more and more people gathered together. And one day they said, we want to build a big, very tall building, and we want to talk to God. So we can build a tall building up to the heaven, so we can talk to God directly, you see. So they so everybody come in and make a big building, and you know what happened one day? One day God gets very angry. My God, you're going to build and talk to me easily? So God gets angry with it, and what God do? God send lightning and boom, the whole building fall apart. You see? Now, if you don't want God get angry, what you do? When you build a tall building, what you do? Put a ground wire down, yes or no? If you don't put the ground wire, God's gonna get angry with you, okay? And you're gonna get a strike. And this is, I tell you, if you believe me. And that's what's causing the big problem of Kundalini. Okay? Because you don't have ground wire. Okay? You're gonna get strike. Okay? God's gonna get angry with you. If you put a ground wire down, God will not get angry with you. That's so simple, but this is the problem. That you do it right or do it wrong. Okay? So that is the major key of the practice. Okay? So the first step, we're going to talk about a lot of this sacrum. Coccyx sacrum, we call the horse tail. So this is all the sacrum here and the coccyx. So here the coccyx, here the sacrum. Is the bundle of a lot of nerves come together. Okay? So the first step is when we sit too long, the sacrum don't work. And you have to really learn how to breathing into this. So this 8 hole can breathe. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And this is very important part in the Tao practice. The sacrum, so if you sit straight and you learn how to rock. So this is the first step. Okay? So the Tao very emphasize in this first. Your coccyx is the tail. So when you are sit and your vibration and your tail are vibrating. Okay? You have a tail, you know that? And that is a coccyx. And why we don't laugh now? Because we don't do them anymore. We don't use them anymore. But before we have a tail, we're vibrating the tail. So the Tao said, you have to learn how to vibrating the tail. Okay. So that's the first step. Is the if you vibrating the tail, so you sit and you think first thing you sit and on a sitting bone and you vibrating your sitting bone. Hello, watch me, not this way, because whole body are stacked on the sitting bone. Yes or no? Hello, if you do on the sitting bone, if you do like this, you are not on the sitting bone, you are on your sacrum. You are sitting on your palm. That is amazing, huh? You are sitting on your palm. Is that serious or not serious? Very serious. You are sitting on your palm. And how you expect the palm to work? So, you sit. Now, first thing, if you put your finger and rub a sharp point here, everybody? This is very important. The sharp point. Can you find that? Some people fall down on the stair or fall down from the horse. You broke the coccyx. Okay? So this is coccyx. And you come up here. It's the sacrum. It's quite sensitive because all kind of nerves. So if you rub them, rub it warm. So we rub it warm. So this one in the Tao said, always rub it because this is all the nervous system there. Big nervous system. And the energy gonna enter here. The energy. You have to develop the tail and you controlling the kundalini, or we call primordial force. If you cannot control them, crazy. Okay? Now, the next thing is your bubble spring. Okay? So the Tao, they call bubble. You know why we call bubble spring? So here, so you have 1 point, 2 point, 3 point. But we emphasize now in here. It's the same thing as a palm. A hole here and a hole here. Okay? So this one, when you do qigong, it's very important. But if you don't get your tailbone activated, that primordial force come, or kundalini come, you cannot control. The kundalini can control by the tailbone and the bubble spring. Okay? And when it's controlling by this primordial and the bubble spring, now the force are controlling. It's like a pipe that you can bring the force. And all the force have to come into the perineum. We call inform the energy. So we're going to talk about a little bit, but on Monday and Tuesday, because this is $1 million point. Okay? And it's a very important part. So in this level, we call the gate of life and death. It's very important. It's a gate of life and death. If you opening the sexual organ and this is leaking energy, we're going to talk about that because we call 7 emotional and 6 desire is sexual energy. Emotional is the organ energy. 7 emotional is the organ energy, and you drain the energy in the organ. Okay? 6 desire we call temptation. Sexual temptation and the we call the urge or sexual desire, sexual temptation. We activate all the senses here. Okay? So we see things when so any advertising they have to be linked with what? Sex. Okay? Beautiful face, beautiful figure in the olden time, a big breast, you know. So after that, they make the product they want to sell on the side. And after that, you activate your sexual desire, boom, oh, now it moves to the product. So the sexual desire moves to the product, and they say, oh, so now in your mind, it activates your sexual desire. And you end up with what? Empty your pocket. Okay. And pocket, it needs money to buy. So sometimes you don't know you want to eat or you don't want it. And oftentimes we buy it and we just later on we just ship them into the garage because we don't want it, you know. And because of the sacred, so the eye, the ear, the nose, the mouth, the feeling, and it can activate by the sexual desire. If you don't know how, so this bubble spring is very important because this is minus, negative lining, negative wiring, okay? So this is the negative wiring. If this negative wiring cannot complete with the ground wiring, there's no electricity, yes or no? So if the plug one are loose, no power. So you say, oh, no power, simple. So a lot of things in the Tao practice, 100% go together with the, what is that? 100% go together with the science. And that is Taoism is very science. Until now, there is many thousand years ago, they discovered acupuncture. They still wonder why they discovered acupuncture, and they're still using it now. Okay, okay. Why you punch? You have pain, you punch a needle down, and the pain gone. Okay, I know medicine nothing, so that's why many Medicare. That's okay because it saves a lot of medicine. You know. Okay, so is. This basic sitting, if you put your hand on the knee, okay, this is basic sitting. Now, your palm connecting to the knee, and the knee connecting to the bubble spring. And the bubble spring in both legs connecting to the earth. So we call grounding and negative wiring. Now, no, in Santa Cruz, I was teaching, and I have a few people that are working with Microsoft and with Wilbur, with Bill Gates. And he said, when he said, I teach them this one, he said, oh, Bill Gates always have a chair and they sit there, and when you do anything, he always vibrating his tail. I said, that is smart enough, you know. He always sit like this and vibrating. And when you, so we have to be doing this. This is so important. You have to do it all the time. During your meditation, but you make it much little movement. Because the tail vibrating and energy go up your spine. Okay? When energy going up your spine and it go up and connecting to the heavenly line, we call plus. So minus and the ground wiring and the positive wiring, if you put them together, boom, what you get? You get the connection. All right? Yes or no? Otherwise, you have no connection, you're sitting there, nothing. You're doing nothing. You're holding a mobile phone. My God, today no Wi-Fi and no 4G. What are you going to do? Some people think this is the end of the world. Especially children, you know, they think that this is the end of the world. So my biggest bargaining with the children is what? Don't always watch the mobile. And when they do it, they don't do any other thing. They don't want to do anything. So the only one thing, I'm going to turn off Wi-Fi. It's very powerful, huh? They say, okay, Papi, I put down the phone. I go and do some exercise and go down to sit meditation. Okay, and you finish that very well, don't rush, and you have your mobile. So that is very important. If you want to do anything in this, you don't get the tail, the ground wiring, You don't get the negative wiring. You don't get the positive wiring. You have nothing to do here. You're not connected. You're not connected. What are you going to do here? Just empty sitting. Nothing. Just empty here. Okay? So, feel you connect palm to palm. So your palm and the sole of your palm connect, and it's connecting to the earth. Now you think you have a long tail. You have it, but we don't use them anymore. So now you have to use them because this is the ground wiring. Make sure you're not going to get Kundalini striking you. Why? You get the ground wiring now. Okay? The force coming up are in control. Okay? Otherwise you cannot control it. So relax. Now rocking very important, you see? Because I sitting on here, if I sitting on here and four people lift up the chair, I don't have to do anything. I going up. Yes or no? I need to, I'm going to jump up. You need to do that. You no need to do it. Because four people lift me up, I'm very relaxed sitting there. I go up. Yes or no? Now you have a tail, and all you do is connecting on a sitting bone and the coccyx, and all I do is very relaxed, rock. When you rock like this, you can start to feel your spine, so you can see your spinal cord are rocking. So when you don't rock, we call sleeping dragon. Now it's a swimming dragon. Okay, now the vibration, the whole spine vibrating, and it come up here, on the back here. And when your chin lightly push, boom, you are connected. And the first level we do in this week is the North Star, and it is the, we call pole star now, 3 star. So the North Star and the Vega are in control. Okay? So now, so you feel, you connect. So once you get that, the next thing we are looking for is a fire dragon. When your tail very long, you extend it so deep to middle of the earth. So middle of the earth is what? Another mini sun inside there. A mini sun in the center. Okay? So your tail go into the mini sun, what you get? You get a fire dragon. Oh! And the fire coming up. So you get a fire dragon. Okay? And the fire dragon gonna make you connection. So this fire dragon, you vibrating and you activate the fire dragon, and the fire dragon coming up and spray the fire in your coccyx and spray the fire in the kidney, and now the whole spinal cord becomes fire burning. Okay, so and when you go up, now we are connecting. We automatically connecting to the Big Dipper and the pulse and the North Star and the Vega. The Vega are now in control. We call Yin, we call female star. In 5,000 years, the North Star we call male star. So now male already have the power for 5,000 years. So, so now it turned into a female star. Okay, and so that's why we call it. So when you let it rock. So let me see you rocking, sitting on the sitting bone and vibrating your tail. So first thing, think you have to picture, very important, picture your coccyx and the sacrum. And think they're like a tail. They actually is a tail. So they have energy going down, go down to the earth. And you vibrating the tail. When you vibrating, the swimming dragon come up. So you see, I show you is when the energy actually coming up, it vibrating my whole spine. It keep on vibrating. So you relax, relax, relax down. The swimming dragon started to activate the tail and coming up. Okay? So very important is the first awakening this force. Okay? And this force, you have to guide them in orbit. If you don't guide them in orbit, they get crazy because the power is too strong. You have guiding them into orbit. They started to spin orbit. Orbit, what we say? No beginning and what? No end. So if the energy go to orbit is spinning, no beginning, no end. That's it. That's all. Okay? So spiral. And you're so relaxed. The more you relax, and you feel the vibration, and you feel your spinal cord nice and warm. Nice and warm. Now, relax on the sitting bone and rock until you have a long tail. If you don't want any energy disturb you, this is the key to do. If you don't do it right, you get big trouble. It's promised written down, you get trouble. Okay? Your palm connecting to the sole of your feet. And why we call bubble spring? Like you putting your feet on the hot spring that bubbling out from the ground. Okay? So the earth energy feel like that. And the negative energy from the earth feel like that. So you put your feet under hot water and it bubbling from the ground, and you feel on the bubble, on your sole of the feet. And the energy moving up, and that is part of the Kundalini force, primordial force, coming up. You control them. You control them. Okay, you control them. And you guide them. Okay. Smile to your tail and vibrating. Smile to your tail and vibrating. Relax everything and let it vibrate. When the vibration is very deep, it spread into every single organ and it spread into every part of the body, because the whole spinal cord connecting to every part of the body. Tongue, put it up to the palate. Your tongue put up to the palate. That is the circuit. Once you get electricity from the earth, you feel electricity flow. Now we're relaxing more, down. So picture your tail so long, so deep, go down to the center of the earth. You're so relaxed. Your tail going so long down to the earth, and you feel the fire. So for me, when you relax, fire burning, it's like a fire dragon. Come up and spray the fire on the cockpit. Ooh! But because you are focusing on the soul and the tail, the fire activates. And when you're coming up, when you feel energy come up to the crown, your eye roll up, and all you have to do, hold the picture of the 7 stars and the 1 North Star and Jesus. Okay? There's a 2 star there. There's 2 stars there. One we call pole star. When your tongue go up, when the circuit complete, you feel your tongue has some kind of vibration. like you're testing a battery on your tongue, and you feel it. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Fire dragon activate. Fire dragon activate. Now that rest for a moment. Now we're going to change. This is very important. In the practice, you need to get this vibration. Okay? And the next one we call riding on the horse. Very important. Okay? So riding on a horse, the movement are separate. So it becomes like this. We are, you're riding a horse. So you go like this. Okay? So your lumbar, so first thing, lumbar move up, front and back, lumbar. Okay? So your abdominal and here are front and back. Okay? That's one. And your rib cage are expansion and your neck are knocking. And this is a very basic thing you have to learn. Otherwise, the spinal cord fluid don't flow. You're very exhausted and tired. Okay, you're very exhausted and tired. Okay, so you hold, and you are riding on a horse, right? So you front and back, lumbar, thoracic, neck, and head. And breathe normally. So in this one, you have nowhere to sit. Other way, you have to sit on the sitting bone. So this is a simple way that you're going to use them in your life. Okay? If you sit and work too long, very simple rock. Left and right, vibrating your tail and sitting. Okay. And so that is we call, so in this way, you actually activate the spinal cord fluid, the sacrum and the occiput, we call the cranial pump. Okay. Synchronize the cranial, and this is very important for the spinal cord fluid to flow. Okay. And this is a separate circulation from the heart. Okay. But they sing together. They separate. They sing together. And the whole separate floating system. And in the Tao, very emphasize on that. Okay. So we're going to start with the spinal cord breathing. Okay. And you activate the 7 pump. So we say you activate the 7 pump. So all these 7 pumps, so you started to the sacrum. When the sacrum moves back and forth, it's just like a pump, pumping the water, and it go up to sacrum, door of life, T11, opposite the heart, the C7, the base of the skull, and the whole crown. So this one is the most important in your life. If you don't get anything out of this today, go home, practice this rocking and a spark of breathing, already words what you are coming for. Believe me, okay? It's no sense for me to tell you a lie that don't work and keep on telling 30, 40 years. not very good, huh? No. They are my publisher, Inner Tradition, and many publishing place that we publishing. And they just give me a title. They say, I'm one of the living master that write so many books and still live teaching. Continue on for 40 years, haven't quit yet. so they actually send me a good letter about that. They said, you are, many people, they write book and they never teach. And you don't see them anymore. But I tell you, this one really keeps me healthy. Okay, I do it because I teach you and I have to practice it. Let's stand up. So the spinal cord breathing, know the point because we're going to use all the point. Okay, we're going to use all the point. I don't know what because of this causing the problem or not. The signal may conflict with something. Okay. So if you walk to the front, be careful with the camera. You show in the camera. Okay. Okay. So first thing, very quick, that we're going to use all this point. Sacrum. Everybody know where your sacrum? Oh, let's the instructor, Michael. Yeah, over there, Michael. Look at Michael, and the Ulysses, and the another instructor. Oh, okay. Your name again, Henry. Okay. So we have at least 3 instructors here. Oh, yeah. Welcome. I saw him. Oh, you live near here? No, it's in Switzerland. So he's not near here. So he's a very good instructor and one of the best Chiangmai abdominal massage. The organ massage is our signature in the world. We're teaching this around the world. Okay? Massaging your organ, detoxing your organ. So he's a very good with that. One of the best. So you have at least 4 people. Sometimes I tell them to help checking that you are doing right. Okay? So you just they will help you. Okay. Okay. Sacrum. If you don't know where your sacrum, you raise the hand and they will help you. Okay. Now navel. Everybody, find your navel. So your sacrum here. Sacrum in the Tao is always hidden. If you sit, stand up, and hidden. Or you can sit down and hidden also can. So, okay, that's good. So you know that, huh? Everybody know it. In the school, 2nd grade or 3rd grade, you already learned that. Okay, but we never actually do anything with it. So this is sacrum in the Tao, always hidden. And because you sit too long on the pump, oh, very bad. It's a bad.